Hey, what's up, guys? I had a 1973 Chris Craft Catalina. It had a bad trans damper on it. They wanted $1,200 to change this part. And let me tell you, this thing was making a hell of a racket. See if I can get used to hear it. I don't know, but it's all loose. There's your part number right there for the 350. Most Chevy small blocks are the same. You have to cut them for a 12-inch flywheel to 11-inch flywheel. It was very easy to do. I just lined the holes up with pencils on the box and marked it and cut it with a cutoff wheel. This thing was making a hell of a racket, and they wanted $1,200 to change this. I purchased this part for under $100 at my local marina. Ordered it for me. You can find them. If you want the part number, that is the part number, 97596. It's holded on by 3 bolts. The hardest thing I had to do was make something to hold the engine up because the floor is not strong enough. So I went to Home Depot and I got some 3x6s and I buried them in the ground about 2 to 3 foot, made some cross braces, and I built this. Very easy with lag bolts. It don't take much. I think that whole thing, building this, only cost me $100 and something. And I just built it always around the boat and supported the boat. Still cheaper than $1,200. I'm going to go up and show you how I done it. I got my trans hanging with a ladder across and a half round to support it. It's only about 80 pounds, but I want to paint it before I put it back in. And I want to get underneath it. And that was the only way to do that. So I took a come along and a chain, wrapped it around, lowered it down. There's 2 bolt holes right on your manifold with another chain, which is strong enough to support the motor. You only have to lift it a couple of inches. I loosened the front motor mounts so it pivots. I'm going to try to get you a shot. There's your front motor mount. I loosened that nut so it turned, and the bolt on the top, the adjustments, and that pivot enough. I did not have to disconnect all kinds of lines and hoses. I did not have to take out my starter. I had to, however, disconnect the shaft, which was a little difficult because it had Permatex in between. Didn't want to just come right off, but a little time and effort, it did come off. And I just slid that back out of the way. Then I unbolted the bolts. Boy, I slid it back right there on the back of the trans. There's only 4 bolts. Very simple. I took my lag bolts out from here, from my trans, from the rear mounts, and I slid it back. After I unbolted the trans from the bell housing, which is only 1, 2, 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, 6 bolts there. There's the new damper. I've already put it in. Painted everything so it don't rust. And how I got it in, I unbolted the bell housing from the motor. No fluids leaked out at all. Okay, you only got a couple of bolts on the bell housing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. I didn't even take the dust plate off the other side. I did not have to take out my starter. I pulled up here and separated the bell housing. Let me see if I can get you a shot of this from the engine. right here. It separates right in here. I pulled this away enough that I can get my hand down in there and unbolt the 3 bolts from the damper. And I pulled it up this way, up the top, and it came right out. But you do have to cut them when you replace them. It's very easy to do. I can't see paying somebody all that money to do it. This whole job, spray paint and everything, is under 500 bucks. And all you need is a couple of wrenches and know how to turn them. And that's how I did my 1973 Chris-Craft Catalina with a 350 motor, my trans damper. I just purchased this boat off an older guy. He rebuilt the whole motor, but never changed the damper in it. So, my motor and trans and everything is good to go now. I wish you luck, guys. It's very easy to do. If you know how to turn a wrench, why pay somebody to turn the same wrench you know how? Good luck out there. Be safe.